A mother's tears, now the symbol of the most notorious wrongful execution in China. Ni Shubin was killed by firing squad when he was 21 years old for rape and murder. 11 years later, another man confessed to the crime, but the fight to exonerate him took another decade. In what's seen as a landmark case, last December, Ni Shubin's guilty verdict was overturned and his parents given compensation.
Judicial transparency.
Amnesty International says the case could be just the tip of the iceberg, and the case exposes deep flaws in the criminal justice system.
China continues to conceal the extent to which capital punishment is being used in the country, despite claims that it's decreased the use of the death penalty over the last 10 years, and despite the fact that it says that it's being more open and that it's ending secretive work.
Since 2007, the National People's Congress has been trying to overhaul the criminal justice process, including wrongful executions. Legal experts say there is an effort to make the judicial system more transparent, but the number of executions is still a state secret, and any attempt to make this information public is a crime. According to Amnesty, this makes it difficult to clearly understand the impact of any reform. There have been many high-profile court cases where officials have been given the death sentence as part of the government's anti-corruption drive, but most of them were commuted to life in prison. That wasn't the case, though, for a 29-year-old farmer convicted of killing an official for tearing down his house. There was much social media uproar over his execution last year. The courts were criticized for treating the poor and the powerful differently. Michelle Miao is a legal professor specializing in capital punishment in China. She says the government's attempts for reform indicates that there is interest in eventually abolishing the death penalty.
So eventually there will be a very small group of criminal offenses which are subject to death penalty. So we already see the narrow down of the different types of offense and also the reduction of the execution. But I think in the next 10 or 15 years, it's really the hard battle over it.
But activists say with an opaque court system and a conviction rate of 99.9%, many more innocent lives will be lost before there is real change. Divya, Gopalan, Jazeera, Hong Kong.